Hi guys, I have got Jodie here today. We are going to be doing a little bit of lower third sculpting. So when we look at Jodie, almost immediately the thing that I'm drawn towards is that she's a little bit short in her chin. So when we are measuring, we always look at the thirds of the face. So you've got the forehead, the mid face, and the lower face. I'm going to use these calipers to show you the shortness in Jodie's chin. So when we look at her forehead, this is 1/3. When we look at her mid-third, her biggest third is her forehead. So we need to try and balance it out a little bit. Mid-third, and then if you go to her lower third, ideally it should almost be down here. It's not always the case. These are not, the only way to do things. These just give us a guide. So I wouldn't be projecting her chin that much. I just want to add a little bit more definition, a little bit more sculpt, and a little bit more length so that her face looks like it's in better proportions when we are looking at her. If we also look on the side, often when people have a little bit of a weaker chin, they will lack definition in the jawline. So what we're going to do is put a little bit of filler back here, a little bit of filler along the jawline, and also some filler in the chin to try and bring it into a more feminine point. What will happen when I put filler in here is if I project this out, it might make the pre-jowls, this area here and here, look worse. So I'm going to have to be mindful to put some filler in there as well. Everything doesn't have to be done in one go. We will probably do this over a series of treatments, but this is our first treatment for today. We're going to project, sculpt a little bit, and it will be a starting point and an improvement for the balance of her face. It's going to look much nicer. What we will also do, what we've discussed, is dissolve her lips. She's had filler in there for quite a long time. They will look much nicer once they're dissolved and refilled. So that will help with her proportions as well. As you can see, her mental crease in here is very far back, and that creates a shadow, and that's because the lips are too heavy. It also throws out the nasolabial lines as well, so it makes it look like her projection is coming through her lips, and we don't want that. We need her chin to come out a bit more so her lips are better supported, reduce her lip size, and then create a nice lip shape that's going to work well with her features. Once we start projecting too much in the wrong areas, we look distorted, and it makes you look not quite right. So this is where we'll start today, okay? I might also come into this crease as well and try and push it out a little bit. It will just help with all the shadowing, how the light reflects as well. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. What I'm going to do first of all is bring the chin down a little bit. I'm going to enter from underneath, and I'll show you as I go. All right, honey, put your head up. Good girl. So as you're doing this, you're always looking at the skin as well. You're looking for any color change or anything that looks abnormal. You want to make sure that your needle's moving all the time as well, because we've always got to be mindful of occlusions, which can lead to necrosis. I'm going to change my needle now, and I'm going to come in and do this little mental crease. Then I'm going to sit her up and reassess. So that's already given her some projection from the side, which is exactly what we want. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to come back and put a little bit in the jawline, then I'm going to have to blend, okay? So I'm going to get you to tilt all the way this way, bit more, bit more, bit more, bit more, bit more, bit more, good girl, bit more. Let's go, cool. So I'm going to use a cannula now to try and build back at the back of the jawline back here. The jawline takes a lot of product. It's not something that is a 1 or 2 mil thing. If you're trying to make severe impact, it takes a bit of time. So, cannulas are not as scary as they look. They're like a long, blunt needle, and they help us to get into places that we need to, bigger areas that we need to fan product through. They're very helpful. Okay, so we need to fan some product between the jawline and the chin because this is where she's got a little bit of weakness. Okay. So, gonna tilt you that way, darling. Good girl. And a bit more. Good girl. 1, 2, and 3. It'll sting. Good girl. Good girl. You okay? Mm-hmm. Good. I'm in an awkward spot. I don't know how I normally do this. All right, put your head up. Good girl. Okay. So, good girl. Tell me if you need a break. Here we go. So I've changed up my products as well because I want something that's going to move well with her, with these muscles around here. This area has lots of muscles that are very, very connected. And if the product doesn't integrate properly, it doesn't look good. But this is a very good starting point. I mean, you could do it a little bit more, but I'm gonna leave it where it is for the time being, and I'm gonna get it back and we're going to reassess, and I'll do another round. So this is, I'm just making sure my product is nice and smooth. It will feel a little bit projected at the back of the jawline, and that is totally okay. It will integrate into the tissues really well over the next few weeks. It takes good 3 to 4 weeks for the product to integrate. So I can see I'm checking all her perfusion as I'm going, so I'm seeing her cap refill, making sure the blood's perfusing really well throughout the lower face, and I can see it is. All right, done, my hun. Let's have a look at you. Oh, it does look good though. I just don't know whether I want to put a little bit more on your chin. No, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna sit you up and have a look. Oops. Oh, let's have a look. Good. Good starting point. Very good. I just don't know whether I want to. All right, so this is Jodie post 4 meals. I mean, I could probably go another 1 to 2, but I'd rather wait, see how it settles, and get her back in 2 weeks. So, as you can see, I have managed to project the chin and give a little bit of definition to the jawline, but we're going to have to project some more. It's going to take probably another 5 to 6 meals, to be honest, to get a sculpted jawline. Another 4 minimum, even just to get that much clearer and crisper jawline. It's because she's quite recessed in the chin and in the surrounding areas like here. So you can see that there's still some volume loss here, but it's an improvement, and you've got to do small refinements along the way. So eventually we get to where we want to be. You can see that she still pulls in here. So where that pre-gel sulcus is here, and yeah, it is improved, but it is not perfect yet. It is going to take time. But if you trust in the process and allow me to go through things with you, I will get it perfect for you. So I'm pretty happy with where it's at the moment. Like I said, I'm going to get it back in 2 weeks and we're going to do some more work, and we'll keep filming it and showing you.